Hey y'all, Happy New Year. First stream of 2023, and I'm planning kind of a little bit more of a philosophical stream of conscious stream today. I guess all my streams are like that. I am pretty like off the cuff and like to get philosophical, but today is a money talk, but it's not even really about like investments or budgeting or anything. Not really. Um, Today I kind of want to wrap philosophical about what it is that I like about planning, about being a planner, and like what I hope for people and hope for clients. Um, when I started, I've been doing the company since August of 2015 was when Money Positive launched as a business. Before that, it was a blog for probably about a year. And at the time when I first started, I was super into, account types and the power of compounding and interest rates and stocks and bonds and stuff. And I still am. There are important necessary tools. But that's not what drives me. I find a lot of financial planners like really like nerd out on that stuff, and great for them. And but I honestly can find like the money tools themselves kind of boring. I don't like obsess about them. They're not what I read about for fun. And it made me think about like what is it that I like about planning? Why am I still a planner? What keeps me going and wanting to do this job and helping people? And I realized what I like about financial planning is that planning gives people their time back. Um, there's a lot of talk around financial planning about reaching goals and hitting certain milestones and being ready for retirement, and that stuff's all super important. But what I find almost like as important and gratifying, just as a person doing the job, of seeing people become less stressed, seeing people get some time and energy back, just some space in their brain back. I was reflecting on this over the New Year's that, how much just a normal person worries about money. And if you take that and extrapolate it across the population, just how much time and human energy and our time on this beautiful blue marble are we spending wasting it worrying about money? And like what are all the creative outputs? Like, not that necessarily that everyone needs to be productive, but how many more works of art and discoveries would be made if people could put their energy and their emotions and their time into into something else instead of worrying about money. And that kind of has become my like inner goal for the year, of trying to focus in on that and help people get their time and energy back so that they can do their, pay more attention to their families, pay more attention to themselves, do their creative work. This last year and ongoing, helping a lot of people plan sabbaticals, my partner included. My partner quit their job at the end of last year so that they could become a full time artist. Which is something they've wanted to do, something I've wanted for them for a very long time. And seeing them, get their brain space back, get their energy back so that they could focus on what they care about is extremely gratifying, as a partner and as a planner. And hearing back from clients that they have gotten their time and energy back, that they're not worrying about and thinking about money as often. For some people, it is a hobby, it is an interest, and poring over spreadsheets, doing analysis, looking for efficiencies is great. It's what they like. But for most people, I really want them thinking about money as little as possible. So with like some clever planning, with some budgeting, we can stop those mental wheels from spinning and those worries that keep people up at night. And it's made me realize that this is a really worthwhile thing. I'm a scientist. I'm a creative person. I just, think about like I could be in the lab. I could be focusing on my own practices, which is I want to do more and more over time. But right now, what I'm doing, I'm contributing to that world by finding people who are amazing, who are talented, who are passionate, who are, or maybe aren't even there yet, but want to become a writer, want to become a scientist, and just can't imagine doing it because their finances are in such a mess. And so that's where I really see the power of planning, of not just the financial capital that planning gives us, but the human capital that it gives us. I can't tell you how many times I've seen, I've worked with someone and they get their shit together for the first time. They get their finances in order, and they get just a little bit of their emergency fund. They're starting to get out of debt, and they quit their job and go back to school, or quit their job and start a business, or get even further in their job because they're less worried about about keeping their income because they know they're okay and that they will be okay and that they can make big changes and be okay. And that's just what I want. That's what I want for everybody. Even if I don't care what you do with your time. It's your time. If but I want to give as much back to you as I can for people who work with us, and people who don't, who are just listening and watching. Just know that like a little bit of planning, a little bit of organization, and facing reality, as hard as that can be, can alleviate a lot of anxiety and worry. And just getting that space in your brain back, either to so that you can rest or so that you can do something creative, is so important. And that's the power of planning. That's what I'm interested in, why I started a company and are trying to help as many people as possible. Not because I think stocks and bonds and stuff are so cool, but because the power of understanding them and knowing how to use financial tools just makes so much more space in the world. Um, Let me know if you have any questions about that or anything else. Always appreciate people, listening to me wax philosophic. Send me questions, Lewis, Lewis at moneypositive.com, or go to moneypositive.com. All the info's there. Thanks a lot. Stay money positive. Happy New Year.